Okay. Can people hear me now? Anyone? Okay. Can people hear me now? Yay! Yay! Okay, there's definite feedback, and I don't know why. And a big lag. And there's my computer settings, if anyone wants to know. Okay, there's definite feedback, and I don't know why. And a big lag. And there's my computer settings, if anyone wants to know. Oh, you guys, there's so many of you here. Hi. Maybe system sounds. If anyone knows computers, help me now. Otherwise, I'm just going to go as is and risk listening to myself. Wait, what's this? Hi, I'm just quickly reading the comments. I've got two screens, by the way, so this will be my da-da screen, and I can see you guys in the other one. Her accent is cool. Thank you. I don't think it is. I'm also, basically, I'm more Somerset. But when I talk to people like this, or at my job, I've got more of the BBC accent. Somerset is in West Country. Like, you're right, my darling. That one. I love watermelon. That random girl in the corner. Well done. Great choice. Okay, not that anyone can hear, there is a 10-second lag. So as soon as I say something, I can hear myself saying it back in 10 seconds. So hopefully that doesn't get on my nerves. Hi, France. Okay, right. Oh god, I haven't even checked if there's any spoilers. Stuff happening. Oh, tits. If I do that, there we go, that's better. Okay, this is weird. So much lag. Hi, Brazil. Or Brazil. I'm actually Japanese, I just live in the US. Hi, hi. Hi, Texas. Hi, New York, everyone. Again, sorry if I confused everyone with the time zones. You have a massive country, and I think there's 6 time zones in America. Right, so I'm so glad none of my animation lecturers are here, because if you can see, there is no order to this. And even here, it's like... bleh. Oh, thank you, Emma Hackeress. I'm so shy. I'm such a shy person. It's easier to talk via, I can't see this. It's easier to talk, on type rather than speaking. My commissions are open, just no one's asked me yet. Or one person did, but it was like huge, so I had to gracefully decline. But no, I'm always happy to draw people's OC still if they want to get in touch with me. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Why wouldn't you fall for Kirishima? He's amazing. Oh my, I don't want to give it away. Okay, yes. So this is, no. So basically, I can give some away. This is the first talk that Akina and Bakugo have, or Inuzuka and Bakugo have. And I've edited, whatever, the second one on my own, because that's like the very last scene of this season. So we're going to work on the part in between that. So that happens. Amazing animation there. Check that out. Right. Oh, tits. I try not to swear. I do swear a lot. Commissions, I think you can private message me on YouTube. If not, then that's my professional email. Send me some stuff and I'll have fun with it. It's also good as well if you help me with like characters that I kind of like. So if anyone can see it, I got so many things. You've seen some of these frames anyway, so it's fine. It's so Akina for me was inspired by someone else on the show. I always forget her name. Akino? No, that's too close. Kendo. I loved her bangs and how they spiked. So I worked with that. Yeah, send me a picture of your OC to draw and any helpful references along with it. If you don't have anything in color, then just write down the colors and I'll do my best to match it. Best hangirl. Yeah. No, I just like the way she was designed, so I thought that was quite cool. Actually, I did have some special things to show you guys first. So this isn't actually the very first design of my OC. Two came before that. Let's see. I think I saved them somewhere for this stream. There we go. Oh god, this is so embarrassing. It's going to come up. No, okay, it's fine. How would Akina and Monoma get along? I think she'd be oblivious to what he's doing, similar to the foreign student, because I think she's just too nice. So she'd just go along with it. I think someone else would have to protect her. It might take her a bit to kind of click on to what's happening. Very true, random girl. I don't know what his deal is. I'd like to hear a bit more about his backstory to try and find out why he's like that. Like maybe he comes from a massive family and he's ignored, so that's the only way he can get attention. I don't know. Drawing in the My Hero style took a while, kind of took a while for me. It's a lot of copying basically, so study the actual stuff. I have images and images and images of screen caps from the seasons. I've rewatched episodes so much and just stared at loads of art to try and really understand how it works. I'm 30 now and I've been drawing anime probably properly since, well, I say properly, since I was about 15 or 16. I started majorly with Full Metal Alchemist, which I think both kind of share similar ways of drawing, so working on that to start with really helped me. But it sounds cliche, but it is just repetition and being kind of obsessed with it. Might as well just sit here and answer questions. Aw, you named your Pokemon after Akina. That's sweet. Thank you so much. Or you just happen to have the same name, which is also cool. Oh, will this live stream be done by the end of it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how long this is gonna take. Um, I should get my budding gear quite quickly. I want to show you these two things first, but I can't help but keep reading the chat. Might be. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to copy the style. Just keep going really, or just draw in your own style. You know, it really does matter. Matter. Sorry, that's the accent coming through. Right. So what's breathing? Hopefully it's not me. So this wasn't actually the very first version of Akina, and I don't even think that was her name. I kind of started off with the hero version of herself first. So this is the very first concept I had. She was just, as you can see, she was just called Were Girl. But I think for me, I don't know what it was. Probably that she looked too much like a Chaco, or just that her color palette was just too brown. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, Evie. She was actually inspired by Evie as well because of the poofy collar. I don't know, maybe that'll be an offspring one day, who knows? Depending on who she ends up with. And this one I never really finished because I have a I have a tendency to not finish anything. Baku maybe, whatever. I have a tendency to not finish things. So this was the second one that I did. You can see how quickly I gave up on the design. Similar things were the same. So like I kind of had the leg warm. She kind of turned into a kind of 70s, 80s go-go girl or something. And if any of you play Tekken, it was quite like that. There's a character called Asuka, and I love her outfit, so I thought, oh, maybe that. But for me, she looked too much like the older sister type, which is a character I really didn't want to convey in the show. Kind kind of, she looks a bit more mature than everyone else, maybe like a mini Midnight, but that's not a character I wanted to really explore, so. Will Akina confess to Bakugo? I don't know. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe he takes the reins, maybe someone else comes into it. I'm terrible with spoilers. I love a nice slow burn. Yeah, anyway, let's get on with this. So this is the one I ended up with. This is After Effects, if any of you haven't noticed that already. So this is where I am at the moment. Nothing is labeled because I'm lame. So import. Oh, we're going to have to go to the very beginning. Just go for all my random crap. We are in season 3, season 4. See, all the references. I just constantly stare at the photos and see how they're done. So to be, if you want to call it good, as I am, just be obsessed. And just draw. That's literally all you do. You can talk about your series here, that's completely fine. That's kind of half of the reason why I started this, is so everyone can chat. Right. No. Here's the thing, it's not really a spoiler now because I didn't end up doing it. I was gonna have Shindo flirt with Akina a little bit. He's the, I'm not sure if you can see who he is. He's the one voiced by Bryce Papenbrook in the anime. I was going to have him kind of flirt with Akina, and she takes it properly. She doesn't see behind the lies kind of thing, and I was going to have Bakugo be a little bit protective of that. But I realized I didn't want to do it in the end. What I draw with? I draw with a tablet, Bamboo Wacom. I think it's a Wacom Bamboo 1. I've had it for donkey's years. I have no idea what type it is. Yeah, I still draw traditionally, and I use Photoshop to draw as well. That's basically it. I literally just have a tablet and Photoshop. I don't really do with much else. Anyway, just watch me go. Right, so... No, those are the references. Frames, that would help. So, where did I get up to? This is terribly, terribly unorganized. I'll just look on here anyway, so just... I mutter to myself now, bear with. But it's okay, because it's in a British accent. Where did I get up to? Right, so there. Let's see. Let's say, I think I got up to there. Oh, I hate that. I often get Control and Shift confused with each other, which very annoying. Done that one already. See, I'm so unorganized. You think it would come better with age? It does not. Okay, There we go, and it's probably gonna. Oh, you know what? Spoilers. Spoilers. There we go. Right. What'd I miss? I can kind of see Kirishima and Ishido doing that as well. I don't know whether it's I don't think people know. I think Kirishima has a slight idea that there may be something growing, I don't think I've made it clear about anyone else yet. But I figure Kirishima knows Bakugo really well, so I think he'd pick up on it already. But I think the two of them, if there is anything that's going to happen, I definitely think it's going to take time for them to actually notice what's going on. Come back later, please. Okay, just leave outside. Thanks. Sorry, that was my housemate. I think quirkless OCs are cool, so long as, you know, you work with how to do it. It's all about, like, it's even with this wolf quirk, like, a lot of people I'm hearing have similar quirks, but it's just how you deal with it, and I think that's why I love the show so much. It's because, you know, they're turning things on their head, they're inverting things, like, oh, you didn't think this would be handy, but actually it really is. Like, I think there was a character in One Piece, I don't watch it, who could control calcium or milk or something, but then if you realize how many people drink milk, that's kind of like having telekinesis. You can kind of move people around, or you can have an army of cows or something. It just depends on how well you work it, really. I spy angsty Bakugo. When do you not spy angsty Bakugo? I think that's his, like, primary setting. Anyway, okay, so I've got all of these here and all there. So long. Okay. So that's... What do they talk about? Right. And so my thing's not long. So if you can see, it's 9 minutes and 30 seconds so far. That's not including the 1 or 2 minute scene with them talking the second time. So that's even longer, and now I'm about to extend it even more. So, oh my god, this thing's going to be so long. You are being productive, Omni Monomini. You are learning. If I ever actually start doing something. It's only because when I watch live streams, I get kind of really upset that I'm trying to talk to the person and they can't see what I'm saying. So I'm trying to do that as well. It's very difficult. What is going on? Okay. Don't worry, don't panic. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. It's all good. Time. If anyone has After Effects and they want to know how to do what I do, this is very helpful. So I've right-clicked. It's kind of a cheat in order to cut down all of your files, because as soon as you insert it onto the timeline, it will be just as long as how long your timeline is. So those things were 10 minutes long. I just right-clicked and turned the time duration to 1%, which makes them very, very small, which helps manage them a lot easier. Right. And here you've got 20 seconds, 25 seconds, 30 seconds. There's that cement dude. I don't know his name. Cement dude. Right. So those are 2 minutes long. I'm probably... Oh, it's going to go all the way back, isn't it? Oh, it's lagging. Lagged. Oh no. Where is it? Okay, make them smaller. Where have I gone? Okay, and so now what saves my effort to make them sequential, keyframe assistant, sequence layers, and then make them kind of go one after the other. So it's like stuff's happening. So this is the part next where gooey dude, I don't know his name, I can't remember, ectoplasm, something like that, I don't know, is training everyone with their major things. So because I haven't started the text part of all this yet. I kind of just guess how long that will take to say. I don't think it's going to take 5 minutes. 5 seconds. So I need to zoom in a lot more. Making everyone smaller. That. There you go. So he's going to talk for a couple of seconds going, "This is the test thing where you learn bigger attacks," or something. So it's going to be quite sequential there, but I want it to be quite quick. That's a PNG image, so there to there. It's going to take too long at the moment, so I'm going to make them smaller. I've got no music on in the background, guys, because I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to. So hopefully you guys are playing your own stuff or just having fun talking to each other and listening to me. Right, so that means that my white layer hasn't extended far enough. So that's white background, which basically means if anything, any picture I have gets turned around in some way, the background is always going to be black, always going to be white, which helps me loads. I am looking at the chat every now and then, so trying to anyway. Right, so that one's above, that's a PNG. I try and like think how long that's going to be as well. This is also nah, it's fine. Right. So if that's worked properly, yeah. So that's a PNG. You can see moving in the background. He's going to go, and then she's going to spin a little bit because she's just been kicked in the face. So I want her to spin. It's probably going to start there. So I want the keyframe there. They control the weather. Sorry, I just read that and I heard it in Lulo's voice. Pudge controls the weather.
Do you know what tuna is? It's fish. If I give Pudge tuna, I'd be an abomination. I'm late because I had to go to the store because all they had was stinking tuna.
Oh, look at that amazing animation. And kicked her knee off her leg. That's gonna last 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll do. It gets the point across, doesn't it? Yeah, thank you. I'm amazing, right, Shelby? Thank you. You wouldn't know I got a degree in this stuff. Right, and that's... okay, so this, if you notice, this is kind of a cheat I do a lot as well, where I kind of slightly animate something by making it go do the wiggle. Oh no, I hate when that happens. So he's going to be nattering on 1, 2, 3, 4. By the way, I was going to say quick show of hands. Is my text in my other videos too fast for you guys to read? Do you feel like you need a little bit more time, or can you handle it because it's like subtitles? Cool. I only ask because, bless my dad, he's 67, I think, and he saw my YouTube channel for the first time the other day, and he watched one of my Akina videos, and he just said that the text was too quick for him to read, so I was just checking. I think weaknesses in a character, Samantha, are very imperative. If anything, I prefer weaknesses in superhero characters than their actual abilities, than their strengths. Because it just kind of... And then how they overcome them, you know? So I think it's awesome. It's actually why I like Superman so much, because I feel like there's more to him than what people see. He's not just a really ordinary, you know, Captain America boring type. If you think of... There's this quote from he said in a comic book, which is like, I have to treat the world like it's made of cardboard. Because of my strength, and obviously he's got more of a horrible backstory than Batman does, but he's just getting on with his day. So it kind of shows that kind of back, you know, depending on how you deal with the attributes of a character, you can make them really boring, or you can make them really interesting. And if you have if you feel like one of your characters has an overpowered quirk, then make it that, you know, they're kind of like what Akina does. You know, she's kind of afraid to use it because she's afraid that she's going to go crazy. Or it just has a major downfall, like they can only do it for 5 seconds. So they rely on support items to help them with the rest of it. You know, there's always something. To get the jiggliness, this is basically what I do. So I have the one layer underneath it that's kind of the first one, and the second one where it's kind of, she's slightly moved it a little bit differently there on top of it, and I just have it show every now and then. So as you can see, when you play it in concession with each other, it does look like she's shivering or shaking, because obviously she's just been beaten up. So that's cool. And I'm going to quickly render it. I'm not sure if this is going to work while I'm streaming. But I quickly check it out as well. So you got that kind of shake effect. That's probably just enough for me to put some words in. And then the amazing animation of it being kicked. That'll work. That's kind of effective. I'll change that when I'm not in the stream. But this is just kind of a nice back thing to it. Okay. Da, da, da. It's like, oh no, I feel bad about myself again. That's going to be the one that she's going to get up there. So these are second long. That'll do. I could change them later.
I'm fine.
Oh, shall I show this? I'm not sure if I should show it. This is a kind of mini spoiler. Not a mini spoiler, but I suppose that's why you guys are here. You can see behind what everyone else is doing. That's going to take a lot longer to do. So because this is part of season 3, where people are learning their super moves, if they have any. Akina actually has one, but it doesn't go as well as she planned it, because she has her little shy caveat, I guess you want to say. She's kind of it's confidence, let's say. And if you guys want to know, I doubt you want to know, but I'm just going to say this right now because the word confidence just brought something to mind. If I was like anyone in Class 1A, I'd probably be a mix of Momo and Ochako, because I kind of have that. Not so much the upperclassness of Momo, but I have her like anxiety and insecurity. So that episode where she and Todoroki are going against Aizawa, I really relate to. But I think as a person in general, when I'm like happy and confident and stuff, I'm probably most like Ochako. I try to think I'm badass, but I think I'm just this kind of, without sounding up my own self, I've got more of that kind of down-to-earth girl next door kind of tomboyness going on, so it's somewhere between that. If you guys were wondering, you know. Okay, this one's just a simple pan up, so there's a little bit of Dragon Ball Z-ness here that I just wanted to show. But I don't think think it's too quick or too slow. I'm just gonna check. I think it's good about the in-depth characters that they have because I think there's going to be someone that you can relate to. I think a little bit as well, I kind of relate to Bakugo. When I was a kid, I was a lot like Bakugo. I was an angry child. I think that's probably why I find him so interesting as well. It's kind of like, you know, watching him grow is kind of like watching my younger self get better. Look-wise, you guys have seen me. I could probably... Actually, to be fair, I can probably pull off both as well if I was a bit more of the anime physique. I would cosplay a Chaco. I would not cosplay Momo. I'm not that confident. Okay, so mini spoiler here. Oh, what's she doing? What's going on? I'm gonna let that go a little bit more. Does this mean I've gone full furry? I don't consider myself one, nor do I judge, but yeah, right. Transformers. I might. But yeah, this is like the only animal character I've ever had. Let's have that little kind of glitch going on. Like, hang on. Bye. Bye, Soaking Hedgehog. Sorry, I just got your name. Thank you for coming to the stream. Sorry if it's not as what you thought it was. Pig snout, yeah. Again, I think there is some background wolf people in My Hero Academia, so I use reference for that as well because I don't draw animals very well. So I use that as reference because, you know, if you're copying the style, then you need to see how it's done. But sadly, she cannot because she's Akina, and she can't even. He would be proud. I like to think it was him who, Hound Dog would be proud. I like to think it was him who kind of helped. Like, he is kind of, to her, what All Might is to Deku, kind of like this, I was going to say teacher on the side, but yeah, you know what I mean. Extracurriculum. Because, yeah, you know, there's that kind of senpai father figure there. Am I going to premiere it? Maybe before I decide to go, I can show you guys a little bit at the beginning. I don't know when I'm going to finish, so however long you guys can stay on for. Obviously, it's, as you can see on my computer, it's like 7:20 here. But yeah, maybe I'll show a little bit. I also have some games as well to play. I've got the Would You Rather. So when everyone's up for that, I can start that. But what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have it that long. So cheating with my pan-ups here. She's getting lectured and listening. I didn't color her nose in. But wait. Who's that at the top? Oh my god! Oh, I swear she's not all about Bakugo. Did that even work? transition. That should have worked already. Oh, thank you, Emma. I said that in such a robot voice. I said thank you before I read your name. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Emma. Why is that not doing its thing? I'm on the right frame. Oh, no, I'm not on the right frame. That's why. Right, so I'm going to put you back there. Sorry if that was offensive. Sorry. Hopefully that wasn't offensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are you guys doing there? Oh, I'm so confused. Okay, no. That's what you guys called Animal Crossing, which I freaking love. I did call them Beast Brigade, I think, before that. I'd love to draw them more, doing team stuff. There we go. You should eat food, Soaking Hedgehog. Food is important. Especially this watermelon. Okay. Oh, no, I know what's happened. Oh, God. There we go. Doing it right now. Hero too, I am a hero too. My sister. Make sure you've eaten food, taken your pills, had a shower. I know how easy it is to look over these things, but they are important. I have like 4 pills to take every day. So I bought myself one of those little Monday, Sunday things, made it all colourful, try to make it a big thing for me to enjoy. As little as I can, and I set reminders on my phone so I don't forget, otherwise I feel ill. So yes, taking your pills and eating and showering, all that jazz, very important. No, that needs to stay as well. God damn it, Starkery, come on. Food fight. If anyone's actually seen the movie Food Fight, it's terrible. It's really bad. But watermelon, that's a great food to eat this time of year. That'll do. Bakugo is looking ahead. Looking down. God damn it, that flea bag. That was like Bakugo after a few cigarettes. What am I to be? What's my calling? Give giving up, I'm ready to go. How am I doing right? How am I satisfied? Want to live my life like it's meant to be. I'll try to find something that makes me whole. I never let go. Alright, this is quite similar to Photoshop. If you want to multiply a layer, you go on blending mode, multiply, and everything that's white goes. transparent. Remove anyone from the original Class 1A. Yes, I did, Samantha. I'm very sorry. I removed Eijiro, or Tell Guy, or whoever it is. I didn't want to. That was not my original thing. I was going to have her in Class 1B. But I don't know, just something about him. It's nothing to do with anything personal. I was just like, you know what, they're kind of similar. I think his character is purposely to kind of blend in, to kind of be ignored. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to use that to my advantage. Yeah, and then I think I have... Where is it? Where are my references? Is it season 3? I'm looking off screen a sec. I think... I don't know what floor, but so because of that, on the I know, I'm so sorry, Ajiro fans. It's nothing against him. I'm so sorry. Ajiro's Tail Guy. He's the one he's the blonde with the Karate Kid outfit and the massive tail. I'm so sorry. But yeah, in the dorms, she is on the same floor as Hagakure and Jiro, I think, because that's where Ajiro is, that's what floor he is, so she's on the girl's side. I think, yeah, Samantha, just reading your stuff, it would, if you were to replace someone, because that's kind of why you write the fic, isn't it? You want to get involved with Class 1A in some way. I would probably say one of those two as well, Animal Guy or Sugar Rush. Can't remember his name. Because, you know, it's understandable. You're creating a cast of 20 characters in a class, as well as all the other kind of characters. Some are going to be weaker than the others, you know? So, yeah, I'd agree. I'd probably say, or Jiro, you can do what I've done. Mineta sadly has to be there. I think he's a necessary evil. I hate him. But he's that way on purpose, so... I also try and think of the scene where he's peeking and he really wants... Wow, that's slow. He really wants to see inside the girls' changing rooms, and he's all like, "Oh my god, you like, I don't know, Froppy's boobs and Ashido's athletic figure." And part of me's like, what would he like of Akina's? But I can't think. I guess she got the booty. I don't know whether that's an attribute he didn't name. I don't know. Maybe he's a bit of a furry. I don't know. Way too slow. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Kicking Koda. That's it, Koda. That's his name. And Shoji. Yeah. Yeah, sadly, we've all known a guy like Mineta, and if you haven't yet, I'm sorry. Again, I think he's a necessary evil, though. You know, we've all seen the characters that have, I'll fix that later. We've all seen the anime series that have just that one pervert who just goes a little bit too far. I think if none of you have seen it yet, I'll be vague, but he meets Eri at one point. No. I do not agree. Sometimes people act like Mineta because they look good, and they know it too well, you know? So there's no humility, I was going to say. There's no humbleness there. That's going to be... Okay, I can't remember what I was going to do with that one. This is how slow I am, by the way, guys. I'm probably like being 30% slower than I normally am. So, you know, but this is also about having a conversation and just doing something in the background. So, hey. Right? Jada? Oh my god. Like, I get it. I get that's his thing. But could you not? I do like his other moments, you know, where he's quite good, like in Two Heroes. I was like, oh, nice one, you know, like, yeah, you are good for something. just knock it back. I mean, I've had that, though. I had a friend who was very, that mindset. But as he got older, he got better, you know? So let's hope Minette does the same. I hope he has a daughter and realizes, like, oh my god, there are creeps out there like I used to be. And is just very overprotective of her, and that's his kind of character arc. It's a bit late, but that's him finally realizing, like, no. She can have little blobby pigtails. Was it that one that was long, or was it the other one that was long? Is it that one? Or that one? Something's big here. Oh, no, I don't know. Anyway, that happens. Yeah! I'll go back for a little bit longer, I think. I'm here too! This is the ball game thing. Yeah, he did shout a lot in Two Heroes. I didn't like the main girl, but I think she was basically there for people who didn't know what My Hero was and was maybe taken to the cinema not knowing. So she was like, oh wow, tell me all about yourselves and your quirk and a little bit of your backstory. And I like, I think Cliff said this, the American voice actor for Bakugo, where there was a little bit of a joke where he thought that she was the adoptive daughter of her actual father and All Might. Like, they kind of had a two-dad thing going on, which I thought was quite cool. I could believe that. That's not actually that interesting, so I'm going to make that shorter. When I'm going to upload this? Definitely by the end of next week. Definitely. Because it's basically done. I just have to do what I'm doing here. I've got to pick the right music and do the text. So yeah, this time tomorrow, this time next week it'll be up. Beep. Am I doing right? Oh, that did not turn out how I wanted it to. I'll fix that in post. Oh, bye, random girl. Thank you for coming. I think Aries 4? I don't know. Someone's going to have to Google. I do like someone's kind of put Eri and Kota together, and they mainly essentially bond because they both have horns on their forehead in some way. I can see that. Depending on their age difference or age, yeah, I can... I'd like to see those two together in the end of My Hero, which is inevitable. They can have a kid and call it Midoriya. Another bit of amazing animating here now. Whoa! What happened there? She's 7. Okay. Oh, she's so cute though. I also like the idea of Aizawa being like adoptive dad, buying her clothes. They do a gag of that. I'm not sure if anyone's read it. There's like a side manga called My Hero Smash, which is done by the guy who I think he's like an assistant of the original creator. It's quite funny, and there's a gag about that, about how Eri gets the clothes that she wears. Look at that. Oh my god, amazing. Alright, bye Bakugo, thank you for coming. I'm bored. Do you like hot Cheetos? Do you like hot Cheetos and you guys? I don't know what that means. I know Cheetos is the crisp, or the... You don't call them crisps, do you, in America? What do you call them? Chips. I know Cheetos the snack beverage thing. I didn't know about hot Cheetos. Didn't know that was a thing. We have something here called Wotsits. Which, I mean, how more British can you be? What's it, please? Happy to answer questions about, yeah, guys, you know, feel free to ask me questions about OCs and whatever, or just British things. Any behind the scenes stuff you want to know about Akina that I can answer? Do you like tea? I actually really love tea. That's probably my Momo side and my British side. My favourite is Red Bush, but I also love peppermint. It's really nice. I'm quite a herbal fan as well, so, you know, if I'm tired, I'll have chamomile or chamomile. If I'm trying to lose weight, I'll have green tea. That kind of thing. Love tea. Yay, Bakugo can stay, thank you. I'm sure you have training to do that's probably more important than this, but I appreciate your attendance. How old are you? I'm 30! So, you know, you're never too old for anime. The main reason why I love anime is just because it's so inspiring, and the storylines, I think, are incredible. You know, the really good, deep ones. I think the East are really good at conveying a story, doing characters, relationships, drama, you know? So, never too old. Quavers are nice. Are you British or American? I'm British. I do American voice acting a lot, so there's that twang that you may be able to hear. But it also sounds a lot like my Somerset accent. This is my Somerset accent. So there's a lot of hard R's, which can be quite similar to like more of a Southern American accent, I guess. But I also have family in America. My dad's sister and her family they live in Denver, Colorado, and I spent a lot of my childhood there. So that's cool. I miss them a lot, and hopefully we'll be going there this year. I don't know, October, November time. She's British. I'm British, yes. Oh, peach tea is lovely. Peach tea is in the, like, iced tea? Because I don't know about the hot peach tea. Okay, that's a conversational one, so I'll put that there. I just love British person! The British are coming. Okay, she's talking, I don't care. So I also I established lengths of the clip by my attention span. So if I've watched it and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm done with that now, then I'll get off it. Which is why I think when I try and have them talk, I try not to have the frame linger on too much. Yeah, that's enough. But when obviously there's voice involved and there's like dramatic pauses and stuff, obviously the clip's going to be a lot longer. I love Voltron!
Shiro, you will pilot the Black Lion.
I think more so when I'm American, this is my American voice that I do for my voice acting. It sounds probably more like Pidge than any other kind of character on the show. I think I relate to Pidge a lot, if anyone's a fan out there. My favourite is Shiro, if you can't tell. I love Keith as well as a character. I think he's got a great arc. And I love Lance's metrosexuality, how it's just there. He's just like, yeah, it's cool, I wear fluffy slippers and a face mask, whatever. She-Ra, I've only recently started, but I heard that they had a really, I don't want to say groundbreaking, but really culturally effective, or modern, I don't want to say, a really good season ending, so sweet. But yeah, She-Ra seems like my kind of character. I love the cat girl too. She's cool. I hope to as well, if you guys have Netflix, if we do this the same time next week, or obviously if you guys want to do this again, we can go on Netflix party and watch Two Heroes. And then we can chat and stuff. I think that'd be cool. Yes, I love Avatar. I love Korra. I don't want to say more. I relate to Korra more. But Avatar, as I'm sure it is for a lot of other people, is groundbreaking, fantastic. Toph is my girl. I love Toph. There's a pattern with the kind of girls I like. And Katara and Zuko. I'm Zutara, guys. Sorry. I love that kind of complicated couple stuff. But all ships welcome. Korra's cool. I get a lot of comments that I sound like Korra when I do my American accent. And I'm a Korra fan. Sorry, guys. I know it's not canon, but neither is Zutara, and I will go down with that ship. I didn't get my water and fire guy ship in Avatar, and I was hoping to get that in Korra, and I didn't get it. So that's fine. That's my boy Orca. Love him. So if you guys remember, she trained with him in the apprenticeship program. Just Free Willy to me. For the longest time, I actually thought that was his tongue, but I think that's just aesthetic. Attack on Titan, I've seen 2 seasons. Again, I think I got into it because someone said I look like Sasha, and I didn't know who Sasha was at the time, and I love her. I love her and Jean together. Yeah, so that's cool. I haven't seen season 3. Zuko's Todoroki. Yes, I love the comparisons between Zuko and Todoroki. I think they're awesome. I don't think they'll ever do this, but maybe someone can do an Easter egg. If Funimation ever get a chance for Todoroki to say the line, "That's rough, buddy," I think that would just make my life. That'd be awesome. Or if someone can get the voice actor to do it. I'm sure he's done it at least once. So yeah, because Akina was on the apprenticeship program with Orca, She knows... I should make this bigger so you guys can actually see the art. There you go. She knows to GTFO. Can you come back over there? Go now, go now, go now. What do you think about the corona? Oh, I don't want to talk about corona on here if that's okay. I like what Game Grunts are doing, and they're just calling it the Backstreet Boys reunion tour or something. That's a good way to do it. The beer, great. Love the beer, especially with a nice slice of lime. See, the only bad thing about that is you don't really see... Oh well. It's fine. That's animation. If any of you guys want to get into animation, there's two things I need to tell you. One, line of action is your best friend. Line of action is basically when you're drawing... Well, it works for illustrating as well. But if you're drawing someone, line of action is very important. It's basically the spine of the entire body. So with this kind of thing, the line of action would basically be that kind of curve. So it works as the spine, but it kind of works as the kind of standing point for a lot of things. Another one is do not get attached to your drawings. If it's an animatic like this, then I can take more time. But if it's something kind of quick like this, make it go fast. With all frames, they are not works of art, they are just A to B. So, you know, just get on with it, basically. Don't feel too attached. And the faster an animation is, the cooler it's going to look. I don't think mine's going to look that cool. Yeah, mine's basically going to be that long. Doesn't go with my hair. I'm sorry, I should say something else. Like All Might's gone, or it's Endeavor's Hero Tour. I don't know. I don't want to compare Endeavor to Corona. I know he's a bad dad, but God. League of Villains. I know that the League of Villains actually have a few fans. I think people love Derby. I think there's no spoilers on here, please. I think there are some ideas about Derby, which I quite like the idea of. Obviously, I like how they've done the villains, how they've got a backstory. I've read the manga. I've read the manga about, you learn a bit more about Shigaraki. And so that was interesting. I think if I had to say, if I had a favorite villain, it would be Twice. My favorite Batman villain is Two-Face, so I quite like that about Twice. And I kind of weirdly, oddly like him and Toga together, but only because, like, oh, they found love, you know? Love's important. I don't watch Fire Force. My partner watches Fire Force, and I need to get into it because it looks like it's Bones. It's animated by Bones. It reminds me a lot of Soul Eater. Sorry, see, it's a Somerset coming out. Soul Eater. We don't believe in teas in the West Country. We don't have time for them. We skip past them. All Might retirement tour. There you go. You know, he's just getting on with things. Oh. I should save this. I'm terrible at saving. There you go. I have seen Heroes Rising, and I crushed. I saw it with my partner and my workmate and her partner, and there was a point, if any of you have seen it, that final bit, I crushed my partner's hand. I was so excited. Oh my god, so good. Definitely watch it. If you guys can't see it because of the because of quarantine, it's definitely worth the wait. It's a lot better than Two Heroes. I watched it in England, obviously. I watched it at Odeon. I'm not sure if you have Odeon over in America. But yeah, so good. It was the Japanese one, sadly, because the American one wasn't available. But I've since watched the American in bits, and it's great. It's great. I'm more of a dub than a sub when it comes to My Hero. I prefer both. It's just easier for me to watch and study when it's dubbed. You're not alone. There's no doubt. Your gift isn't here to be. I would love to start singing on here more. I feel I don't have enough talent yet, so I'm going to wait until quarantine's over. I'm going to get singing lessons, and then I'm going to start doing some anime songs on here. Because I love those two songs. I love Hero 2. It just has that great upbeatness about it that I just really want to get out. I've tried it a few times, and I can tell that I'm too rusty. I love Might You. I think it's beautiful, and seeing it in Hero Rising was fantastic, just as much as it was watching it in the anime. Oh my god, those bits. Whenever an anime takes away the sound effects and just adds this beautiful score, it's just mind-blowing. Yeah, the popsicle thing was funny. That's an okay spoiler. Bakugo's popsicle falls on the ground, guys. Calm yourself. Mineta or Endeavor? I feel... Oh, this is hard. Because going by where Endeavor is at the moment in the anime, I'm not going to talk about the manga. I feel like Mineta is kind of... It's understandable how he acts because he's a teenager and... not saying obviously all teenagers are like that. I was a teenager once. But like he has the excuse because he's an adolescent and maybe he doesn't know anybody. He's got loads of different reasons and excuses for why he is the way he is. I don't think Endeavor does. I can tell they're probably going to do a redemption arc with Endeavor soon. I would love to see that because I think as bad as the person is, you still have to forgive them if they're trying to do better. Although in that argument, Mineta is not doing that, so it's hard. It's a hard question. I can't really answer it. Who's my favorite pro hero? You're probably asking the chat, but I'm just reading this as well. Favorite pro hero? Oh, that's hard. I've never actually thought about it. I'm not sure if it's a cheat to say, what's her name? The one who came before All Might. She's cool. And remember, Toshinori, to always smile. Or something. I don't know. I think she's cool. And I'd probably say Joke. Nana Shimura. That's it. Do your best, Toshinori. She's cool. She looks like she's wearing rubber gloves, but that's cool. Yeah, I'd say her and Joke. I like Joke. She's cool. I like this oh shit moment. Oh noes. So she's gonna get smaller, they have to get bigger. So she has to get smaller, start with that. Do you think she's a little bit outnumbered here? Thank you, by the way. Thank you. I try. I was commissioned actually to do a Nana Shimura dub. So I got into that quite well. She's the same voice actress who does Olivia, I think, in Fullmetal Alchemist. And the Who else is she quite famous for? In Oran High School, she's the one who comes to take Haruhi away to be a woman. Lobelia, that's it, because they had that little song. Lobelia! Love that. I feel Oran High School did inspire me to when as I'm working on season 4. Oran High School has inspired me for that content. We'll just put it that way. That is too small. I'm gonna make you bigger. Actually, we're just gonna get rid of you. We can make it like a slow motion movement, maybe. Which is gonna last 3 seconds. Yeah, there. And then these guys. I feel bad about Present Mike. He yells too much, and I've got like not sensitivity to loud noises, but I'm good. The fight that he had with Koda and Jiro, that's probably the worst episode I've ever seen. Because it was just like, oh my god, I know that's his quirk, but couldn't do it. So she gets smaller, then I need to get bigger. So that needs to be where they end up. I think I'm doing this right. I'm trying to do like the Alfred Hitchcock thing. Actually, if they're jumping. Maybe they can be a bit smaller as well. I can't remember how it shows in the anime. Yeah, it's effective. That's fine. Should we see how it looks? He deserved the bugs. But again, see, it's like, what could his weakness be? And it turns out his weakness is bugs. Why not? Yeah, that's cool. That's a good shot. These aren't really spoilers, because it's like, you guys know what this is. She's basically a Jiro in this, so... Maybe. She's not important enough to be kidnapped by villains, though. She's nobody. That's the point of her. She's supposed to kind of just be a person in the background. Maybe Bakugo's parents kidnap her. There's no doubt. Don't worry about a thing. We'll reach out to you. Even if I don't actually know the words, so I don't know why I'm singing it. Oh, that backfired. I have to fix that in post as well. Oh no, I just got it mixed up. Do 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 do. I love his dad. I just think that's perfect. You know, like, where does he get it from? At first I thought, before we actually met his family, I wanted his mum to be like, who is it that's really obvious? Like, Bulma's mum from Dragon Ball Z, like, she's just like, oh, hi dear, hello! And she's just, like, completely oblivious to how angry her son is. And that kind of just riles him up even more. Isn't my Bakugo the sweetest? And he's just there, like, spitting. apparently like Mitsuki went to him. I think like forced herself on him in a way. So that's interesting. Why are you connected, guys? Oh. Oh, that doesn't need to be animated. Whoops. I don't know my own content. I assumed because that was a PNG. Cause I'm PNG. I'm dynamite. So that has to go in very quick succession with each other and not be multiplied. PNG. Go in the fight. Anime crush on Attack on Titan. Oh, I'd say Rainer. I'm into that. I'm into the big buff guy. Is that who it is? The kind of square-jawed, squinty. Yeah, people like Levi. People's good on Levi. He's voiced by Matt Mercer, I think, isn't he? I'm gonna make that quick because I don't think I'll care. And she's like, "Oh, who?" She's adorable. Yay! I'm rendering. Oh, whoa, that happened way too quick. Let's try and do it seconds each, shall we? So, 2, 3, 4. Study date. Oh, that'd be quite cute. So is the Baku-squad now, because I swear it's getting bigger, is it Kaminari, Kirishima, Sero, and Ashido? As well as Bakugo, of course. I like how Kaminari's become like the honourable member. He was really cute during this exam, the one that I'm animating now, where he just kind of followed Bakugo and Kirishima like a lost dog. That's what the big one was. Right. Here's my boy Tokoyami. Revelry in the dark. I will try and watch Fire Force. Again, my partner wants me to get into it, so next time we chat, I'll ask to watch it. There's a chick in it I quite like the look of. She's brunette and she's got like a side bang, like this little bit of hair coming down from the side. She looks cool. I don't really know much else about it. Hero too, I am a hero too. My heart is sad and I won't back down. Hero too, strength doesn't make hero. True and wrong stand for what they believe, so wait and see. What am I to be? What is my calling? Giving up, I'm ready to go. Future's left unseen, all depends on me. Put it on the line to follow.
energy. Yeah.
It's like the slowest fly ever. Don't forget me. I'm quite classical Pokemon. I'd say Pikachu's my favorite, but Growlithe or Arcanine comes quite close. Damn it, I really wanted that to be faster. Right, do you guys want to play Would You Rather with me? So I looked up, I did a mix of like ones from the internet. Yes, okay. Because if this is boring, please tell me. So yeah, I did a mix of ones on the internet, ones I've made up, ones on other stuff. So this is when I start losing watchers. Let's have a look-see. I made a folder. Okay, so there's 18. Sorry if they're all there. I will be watching the chat, so please answer for yourselves as well, and I will be also answering myself. So, first question. Just gonna pop that up there. So, the first, I don't know how many. I think, I want to say the first ones aren't mine. I think they're from another video. I think the username's Kuma or something, K-O-O-M-A. If I don't find out, I'll put him in the link at some point just to say who it was, because I don't want to steal their content. So the first, I think the first 9 frames are not my own. So there you go. Look like Nomu for the rest of your life, or Grim Reaper Touch Quirk. I know some of them are rude. Yeah? Already look like a Nomu. Don't be silly. And even if you did, you know, it's all about what's inside. So that's all that counts. And I'm sure they make overall coats that big. I mean, you could do that. I'm not sure if anyone's seen Touching Daisies. You could just wear like this full bodysuit, like Rogue. You know, you can just wear gloves, and you can still touch people. You'll just be wearing gloves instead. I'd probably say Grim Reaper Touch myself as well. Next one. So, would you rather a hateful Shigaraki babysit your child, or an obsessed Toga babysit your child? For me, I've tried not to think about these too much. Yeah, I'd say Toga, because I think my child stands more of a chance of surviving. Or a Toga might kidnap it, I don't know. But even so... Yeah. If you don't want your child to survive, just give it up to anything. Just leave it on the street. You know, might have an interesting upbringing and a character arc. Maybe Toga wants a kid, you know? Maybe she and Twice want to raise a family together, so you can actually be helping them out. Next slide. Or slideshow, whatever. I quite like this one. Marry Tamaki, but he's too shy to ever talk to you. Or Overhaul, I realised I put or twice, who loves you, but is always doing evil stuff. I should make these bigger. Can I go full screen? No. Full screen. Okay, so that's what I can do. Tamaki. He is quite sweet, to be fair. It's not a hard decision, that one, is it? He's so sweet. I was surprised that he was voiced by Aaron Dismuke as well, but it works now. Yeah, I like how they tried to get Overhaul to be kind of understanding. Like, oh, I kind of see where he's coming from with what he does, but no. Eri is way too precious to agree with anything that he does. Yeah, I guess, you know, if you want to be evil with Overhaul, then sure. You know, this is not a question of your morality. This is a question of your choice making. Next slide. I think, no. Nope. Bear with, there we go, right. Friends sacrifice themselves for you to win, or you sacrifice yourself for your friends can win. So your friends can win. Bad English. Oh, I picked Tamaki, by the way. It was really hard to find an image for the first one. Like, at first it was just the group shot of them all happy running to one side, and I was like, that looks a little bit weird. I think it's death. I think it implies death. So, like, you'd sacrifice yourself. You'd end your life to save your friends, or you'd let your friends... I mean, it's one of those tough questions where you never really know until it happens. Myself, I'd sacrifice myself. I don't think I could live with myself if I let my friends sacrifice themselves. But that's just me. And it's fine if you're not that selfless. It's fine because, you know, you're human and you need to survive. So it's all good. You can find other friends. It's so good. Hmm? Can you, okay, one sec. There you go. I'll leave it outside. Thanks. Cheers. Sorry. The world would not be better off without you. Everyone's interesting when someone's there. And you'll never know if you don't continue to tomorrow. Because tomorrow could have completely different possibilities that you never knew were there. Your life is a TV series and people want to know the next episode, damn it. Next slide. So this is not me. This is not mine. Gotta make a choice, guys. None. Just, can we go back to the whole sacrifice thing? You're stuck in a room with Minetta, and you're not allowed to leave until you do one of these things. I mean, to me, The sniff thing is probably the lesser of the evils. He looks like a clean dude, right? Murder. He just... Create your own third option. Oh god. Anyway, just moving on from the nightmare material. Accidentally pour water on Endeavor's head, or purposely insult Bakugo's skills. I think for me it would have... I don't know. I want to say the first one because it's accident, so I can explain it. But at the same time, if it's me, Bakugo's like 16. I'm not afraid of that. But then again, he can blow me up, so... I probably have to pick... I think I'd pick Endeavor. Accidentally pour water on Endeavor's head. Make sure Todoroki watches. He probably gave you the bucket full of water. Next slide. I think we're all... I think we're quite in agreement at the moment, guys. I think we're pretty synced up. I know it's half and half, I'd say. This one I found. I wasn't too sure, but I put it on there anyway. I think it's an easy one for me is lose your quirk, but it just depends how much you love UA. Yeah. Oh, no, get into it. Oh, did I say lose your quirk? I'm sorry. I meant the other way around. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I'd say as in I'd rather not get into UA. Cause you know, what's the other team? What's the other? I mean, joke school would be pretty cool to be in, and is it Shueisha or something? The one that I don't know, is that her one? I don't know. There's other schools, you know. Moving on. That one. Okay. This one was an online survey, and I was quite shocked with the results, so I'd be very interested to see what you guys say. Shiketsu. Yeah, Shiketsu High, that's it, thank you. I was like, Shueisha? I think that's a Japanese company of some sort. I wasn't sure if it was Lord or King. I'm not sure which one the fandom know more. I prefer King, but that's me. Can't stop twinkling. See, I would want to be saved by Oyama because I think Bakugo's saving skills are pretty low. I think, like, if I was in a horrible situation that just scarred me for life, I think the last thing I'd want is for Bakugo to be there to save me. But if I don't know, it's either a test of bedside manner or, you know, quality of saving me. So exactly. Although not sure. I don't know. Maybe Ayama can blind the guy so you can run away. I don't know. Next slide. This one could be another, like, obvious one, but it's a conversation, so have at it. I quite like the face for Endeavor that I found. I would say saved by Oyama rather than Bakugo for the last slide. Right? Be number 5. I haven't met her yet, but apparently she's very popular right now. The bunny girl. I think she's the current number 5 from what I looked up. I'm not sure if she's going to be in the next season or not. I have no idea. Yeah, I wouldn't want the pressure or the attention or the workload of being number one, to be fair. I'm good. I'll be number 10. You know, can I be even lower so I can still save people but just be lazier? It'd be fantastic. Next slide. This has nothing. The pictures that I found have nothing to do with the text on the screen. Mind, it just felt right because I think the two are kind of half and half. I'm interested to see what people say more than anything. Okay. I mean, think deep as well, you know, because saving someone and becoming a villain. It's like, well, what else are you going to do as the villain? You know, you might end up killing more people. Or the baddie might, you know, snuff you out of the blue. Who knows? I mean, killing someone's bad, obviously. But I would probably kill someone to become a hero. It would haunt me for the rest of my life. But at least it will be, like, up from there rather than down. Because who knows what you are as a villain. Kill someone like Endeavor. Todoroki has joined the chat. Oh, very true, very true. Jada made a very good point of if the Hero Association or someone found out that you killed someone, then that's the end of your hero career. That's interesting. Unless it was a villain. But then it's that whole question of morality thing. Oh, this is getting deep. Next slide. Now this one, I kept this one because I quite like the idea. I'm not sure if any of you have an OC whose parent is a villain. I haven't seen this yet in an OC. I don't look that hard for OCs, but I do kind of look around. I think it'll be really interesting to have like a secret backstory of an OC to like, yes, actually yes, very good. Yeah, like, oh, yes, my father is someone. And I think what a good tip I would say for someone who is making an OC would have to be kind of entwine yourself with an existing character, but not someone main. So don't have like your Shigaraki's long lost sister or something. Have like the transvestite magnetic dude, I think, in the villain thing with the sunglasses. He's got that pole, that North Pole, South Pole thing. If you make yourself a relative of him or something, or that he's your brother or your cousin or something like that. Something in the background that you can work with to entwine yourself into the story, I think would be fantastic. Brother is a villain. There you go. OC. Nice. Nice. My dad is already a villain. I actually said the same thing when I saw this. And this is what I thought. So I'm closer to my brother than I am my dad. So I'd rather have my dad be the villain. But then I was thinking, what if like it's a Yakuza thing? What if it's a mafia? So if my dad's a villain, what if he expects me to be a villain? So it'd be even harder for me to be a hero. It's more things. So I think I'd rather, in that sense, I'd rather find out that my brother's a villain. Because at least then I can detach myself from him a little bit more. Rather than my dad be a villain and I'm forced to follow in his footsteps. But that's my way of thinking about it. Next slide. I keep waiting to hear myself afterwards, so that's why there's that big pause after I speak. Have All Might as a dad, but is overprotective and threatens your crush. This is mine now, you can tell by those wordiness. Or have Togata as a brother who is always embarrassing you in front of your crush. Oh, my dad. As a dad. I mean, it depends on which one's going to salt your game more. You know, like if you're really trying hard to impress someone, you know, who's going to scare them away more? Unless you're trying to date someone in the My Hero universe. I don't think you could scare Deku away by having All Might as your dad. Very true. Rainbow, very true. Needs to fear the fam. It's an establishment that needs to be made, I think. I mean, I love Togata. He's one of my favorite characters. I don't know what I'd say. I really should think about the ones that I've made. I think Togata for me, because I think a dad has way more impact on scaring someone away than my brother. If my brother's weird, it's fine. I can brush it off. But you know, like, dads are always going to be there. I'd say have Togata as a brother. Yeah, see, if you had Deku as a crush, you're made, you know, or maybe Bakugo, but then he'd probably spend less time with you and more like challenging your dad to a fight constantly. Next slide. So this one I'm interested in as well. This is one I made. Aizawa is your teacher, but your quirk is weak, disgusting, and embarrassing. No judgment here. Or Endeavor is your teacher, and your quirk is kind of cool, but he trains you like Todoroki. Just gonna open a window a minute because oh my god, it's I've got a very tiny office and it's baking in here. You can hear the birds. Really? Oh, this is interesting. I mean, could you put up with the Endeavor training regime? But then it depends if you're a fan of Aizawa, you know. A lot of people are fans of Aizawa. Yeah, true. Oh, yeah, it depends if you're thinking of yourself or your OC in these kind of situations. I try and think of myself, but, you know, whatever. Open floor. I can hate him with Todoroki. Just join the Todoroki club on Facebook. Oh, I hate my dads. And again, you know, if you want to get closer to Todoroki, then it's a good way to move in there. Next slide. Oh, yeah, I would say... I mean, I probably would say Endeavor too. But only because I think I can... Well, not think I can handle it, but I'd rather have... It's something I would risk. I don't know, it's difficult. It's 60-40 Endeavor, I'd say. Next slide. This I wasn't sure of. This is me as well. I wanted to kind of include a bit more of a wider audience with my questions. Sort of. I mean, feel free to flip as well, you know. So if you're of the other persuasion, then have Froppy as where Bakugo is and Bakugo as Froppy.
Live your best life with Sue in a loveless marriage. I mean, I'd still be your friend, and we can get along great. And it depends what your best life is. But yeah.
Or me. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is in Japanese. Orewa. I love Okamoto though. I think he's got a great voice. Yeah, you could learn. That's what I kind of thought as well. You can kind of learn each other's language. It'll be very touch and go and difficult, but who knows? Love has no language. Oh, nice. So you just have both of them, Emma. You're fine. You got your pick. Then again, would Bakugo get annoyed of you not understanding his language enough, you know? I know I've used that glorious picture. Is he happy to wait around for you to learn English? When I heard the English dub of that moment, oh my god, because I love Cliff's voice as well. I had a little bit of a crush on Cliff when I first got into this series, so it was nice. I don't know how many slides are left. This is 14, so there's a few more now. Some of them are quite basic, some of them are a bit more in-depth, but... True, you could have a translator. They'd have to be around all the time, though. It depends. Unless you want, like, a third person involved with the round. If you want Todoroki just standing there. Next slide. This one I'm interested in as well. This is another one of mine. Have Togata as your life model for an hour. All of Togata. Or 7 minutes in heaven with a random guy from class 1A. But note that a certain someone also goes into class 1A. Now, in England, we don't actually do 7 minutes in heaven. Or I just haven't been invited to the cool parties that do. But from what I know, we don't do it. So this is just universal. Oh, nice one. If you had a quirk that was translator, nice. But again, I'm seeing this as like who we are in real life, but it depends on what you want to do. Yeah, see, I'd see Togata. Because, I mean, you know, I'm not up to date with the memes and the kids, but, you know, that boy thick, if I'm saying that correctly. He has a nice body. There you go. Is that thick? Thick is the right terminology there? Like, depending on how many C's is involved. I don't know. Next slide. This is Cash. This one. So, go to a party with Mina or singing practice with Jiro. I guess it depends on the kind of person you are. But I thought, you know, have a bit of a girl's time with these questions. Thick. Yeah, see, like 5 C's. Party with Mina, Jiro, sing. Yeah, it depends. I think both you'd have a great time. So it depends on what kind of person you are. She'd be awesome. I think Mina's like a great person to have around in any situation. For me, I'd probably say singing. I'm not much of a party person. I'm more like pub over club any day. I'm just too tired. I'm just too tired to adult. Very interesting answers, guys. I'm loving these. Next one. I can't actually remember what any of these are. Oh yeah. Learn to fight with Ochako. Learn to fight with Ochako. Or learn to cook with Sato. I'm gonna do my best! I would probably fight with Ochako. I love food. Like, love food. So it really depends on what he's cooking. But I'm more of a physical person. I can eat after. I have... People say silver spoon. I'm like the plastic spoon that you get when you get a takeaway. I'm a very cheap date. Yeah, learn to fight. You could take it with you. It's an investment, you know? You never know when you're going to need it. Do you like him? So this is the last slide. I don't think it's very impressive. I can't remember what it is. Oh yeah, this one. Have Inko as a mother with no quirk, or have Mitsuki as a mother with a weak quirk. I wasn't sure whether to say no quirk or weak quirk. That's hard to say, weak quirk. But yeah. Choose your mom. Inko's sweet. Right? Apparently the creator said the reason why she gained weight is because she was so worried about Deku. I'm not sure whether that affected her height as well. But I love both Inkos, to be fair. I think I prefer Pudgy Inko because she's just so cute. For me, Mitsuki, I think she's got a mixed reception because I love the fact that she was so off the bat like, hell yeah, get this kid in a dorm. But at the same time, you know, she smocks Bakugo a lot and I don't like that. I don't approve of that as parenting. But then again, I've never had Bakugo as a child, so I have no idea. But yeah, so that was my short game Did you guys want me to do anything else, or are you happy for me to try to continue editing? I will probably jump off soon. Probably 9 o'clock at the latest. But if you have any suggestions, I was literally just going to wing it up to this point. If you have any questions or suggestions, yeah, go on ahead. Not singing suggestions though, that'd be great. I'm not that good yet. Let's do rain. What does that mean? I don't know what rain means. Drip, drip, drip. Oh no, that's the shaky one. Is that the shaky one? Yes, the shaky one. My darling grey. We're probably going to use it animate. It's difficult to choose. I mean, I use After Effects. I don't even know if you can see what I'm using. Is it F11'd itself? Oh, maybe because it's the stream. I'm using After Effects CS5 or CS6 or something. People use Go... No, don't use Go Animate. I don't know. I wish I could say a really great one. But if you want to do traditional animation, in university I used Go Monkey, which was basically... It kind of does what Photoshop does when it in terms of multiplying. So you just kind of take loads and loads of pictures of your frames, and then it kind of puts it all together as a video or consecutive JPEG. But yeah, I use Photoshop. I use different layers. So actually, I'm gonna probably show you a quick one now, really. So how I do it in Photoshop. Let's use a very small dimension. Can't believe I used to have a computer screen that was this big. So when it comes to animating in Photoshop, I kind of just... So let's say... I was going to say Akina, but let's just say it's anybody. So line of action is basically that. That's what I mean. So when a character has a shape... you know, that's kind of her basic one. So I do it like that. Like that. I'm really excited. Down, and then she's like, yay! And then the next one, I'd make a new layer and then make the one behind it lighter so I can see kind of, it's almost as if like you're on a light box and you're making a new one. And then, so these are keyframes, so that would be the first one, and then the above one would be like that. Oh, she's jumping for joy or something. And then she's landing. So same again. And like what to know, what kind of poses to do, that's a whole different story. That's just learning and watching and seeing how people do it. Again, animes really helped me with those kind of exaggerated things. And what you could do is have that as a base. Bye! I'm probably boring everyone now. Sorry. Just in case anyone's interested. And on Photoshop, you can actually, if you're interested in making GIFs, you can actually use timeline, which gives you that kind of animation thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half a second each. This is not how I do it with Akina stuff. This is just to give you an idea. So I do kind of do it like this. But I save the JPEG separately, and as you've seen, I put them in After Effects and then put them in succession with each other, depending on what I'm trying to do. So if I want like I'll do the shaky thing if I want it that way, like suspense, or you know, just play with pannings, which is what animes do as well, unless there's like a really interesting scene. Sometimes I do like to kind of liven up an Akina scene with a bit more animation. There's I can show you, screw it. So there, she has a fight with Kirishima at one point. Well, she's training with Kirishima, sorry. I know, it's such a long stream, guys. Like I said, I've never done this before, so sorry if I'm boring you. There's just a bit where she's training with Kirishima, and so sometimes you can cheat like this, where you have a still image but like move a little bit. But then she kind of comes in and goes, "Wah!" And I don't think I could have given that effect if I didn't draw enough frames. If she could have just easily come in with that frame itself, and I could have just like panned it in. But you know, I kind of wanted it to show effectiveness. So, and as you can tell, like I got rid of her roots. I'm not very and then she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and runs off. And then there's a little, what you have to figure out what that is afterwards. You'll never know. But yeah, so sometimes in these kind of things, if you wanted to make one for yourself, yeah, just kind of work with what you can animate and what you can't animate, what's good to kind of keep on its own. Like, oh, do I just have a blink? Or do I have her like going, ah, and then get all blushed and stuff? So it really is just kind of read the scene, read the character, read the content that you're working with. Should I animate it, or should I just have it as a still image that's kind of moving a little bit every now and then? But as I showed you with this one, so when it comes to animating, it's just kind of that I should loop it forever. I love that choice. You know, so if I were to do an Akina scene with her jumping up and down, I would probably use just 5 frames. Whereas I believe if I wanted it proper, I'd probably use 12 frames. Maybe even more than that, depending on the smoothness. But, you know, with just these 5 frames, you're getting that kind of, oh, I understand what's going on, she's really happy, kind of thing. So, yeah, I animate in Photoshop, and then I bring it to life in After Effects, because there I can add panning and, you know, add these little effects, like, you know, Akina shaking in the corner because she's too afraid to find out if she's passed the hero exam or not. I should have brought some water because my voice is getting hoarse. I mean, I love Kirishima. There's so much Kirishima love in this chat. I think he's just an amazing bro. I think not just for Bakugo, but I think he's just that kind of guy that is everyone's friend. You know, he radiates positivity. He's awesome. And I think Justin Cook is his voice actor for the English one. So he does it cool. He's kind of got that kind of Californian dude thing going on without, like, being too stereotypical, which I think is really cool. I hear about Flip a Clip. I think a lot of people when I first started thought I was using that. Never heard of it. There was a lot of furry art on Flip a Clip. So maybe that's where people were getting the idea. I don't know about Ibis Paint. I'm very old-fashioned. I've been using Photoshop since I was 15, so I've been using it for 15 years. And I'm very, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I just rather use this. And I learned After Effects with university. I'm using it at its basic level. It's giving me what I want, so I don't care to learn any more, really. I'm very stubborn. Yay! Don't do. Okay, I might change that. Oh, that's weird. Again, that's not. That's not giving me the impression I want. She's not scared enough. I need her to shake more. Well, the thing with that shot that you just saw, sorry, just answering AA's question, would Akina break herself fighting Kirishima? He thought he was going for the head. He thought she was going for the head. She went for the stomach. So that's me kind of thinking, yeah, she's got one up on him. But maybe he's just doesn't want to hurt a girl. I don't know if he's that way inclined. I got really annoyed. Part of the reason why I like Bakugo, I didn't like him at first, and I think a lot of people didn't. it's because, you know, he's like, hey, Deku, kill yourself, and then maybe you'll come back with a quirk. And I was like, okay, not liking you. But one of the moments was when he treated Ochako like a person rather than a girl. And I'm not sure whether it was, this is just from Japanese customs or whatever, but a lot of people were like, oh my god, I can't believe he's beating on Ochako. She's just a poor defenseless girl. And I'm like, really? And Bakugo and, you know, others were just very few people to actually see that. So I was like, yeah, way to go. That's going against what other people thought of you. So, I can't remember what my original thought was. Yeah, I think Kirishima would go easy on someone if they were a girl. For the right reasons. Well, yeah. You do the wrong thing for the right reasons. I don't think he's ever gone against a girl yet. But that'd be interesting to see. Paint Sultai. I think I tried on Paint Sultai. I said Sultai. But again, I've never heard of Fire Alpaca. That's an awesome name. Again, if I know how to work something, I very rarely kind of go out of my comfort zone. I used to do like open canvas for a little bit. My friend uses Coral Painter, but I'm good. I'm good on Photoshop, man. Do your thing. Shoto. Yeah, no, Shoto's got loads of love. I think he's really interesting. I love the fact that he started off as a kind of, I'm not here to make friends, I'm just here to crush you kind of thing. And now he's just adorable. There's a bigger version of that if anyone's interested. I keep forgetting that I'm used to looking at it in a small window. This may hurt your eyes. Please tell me if it does, and I'll go back into Photoshop and fix it. But this is basically an edited screen cap from the show, because like hell I was going to do all that kanji. I was wondering when someone was going to ask this question. What would be the weirdest thing Akina has eaten when she's starving? I hinted at that with my interview video. So basically, I think the worst thing she would eat would either be her... Well, dogs, I'm not sure if dogs eat their own poo. I think mine did at some point. I don't think I'd go that far with Akina, but if dogs are willing to do that, I'm pretty sure she's willing to eat anything above that bar. So anything in the rubbish. Something moldy maybe, I don't know, but it's round about that thing. I think that's why I kept it so vague. She kind of just have the same instincts, survival instincts as a dog, if she needs to eat. Bye guys, thank you! But no, Shoto's cool. And again, the voice actor for him, I'm so sorry I've forgotten his name. It was great hearing his voice because I watched Clannad. And he is Toya, I think? Tomoya? Toya's from Cardcaptors, who I also love. Yeah, he was Tomoya in Clannad, and I was like, oh, wicked, I know this guy. And he was also in Wolf Children, which I also love. And I've thought about doing a parody with Akina, but I haven't followed through yet, and I'm not sure if it's going to sink in well, so... Maybe an AU, I don't know. But all really great things. Okay, I'm going to be on for another 7 minutes, guys. I think everyone else is going to do their own thing as well. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going as much as I can. But like I said, this video, the completed version is most likely going to be out next week. You will hear both scenes of Bazooka. Whether both of them are voiced by me, I don't know. You know at least one of them is. And what they will contain, you will find out. Is it good? Is it bad? Will it be continued in season 4? Who knows? I mean, these ones aren't major spoiler. You know, yeah, if you guys haven't seen season 3, I don't know what you're doing here, because there's spoilers here. So if you have, I'd leave. But yeah. Bakugo doesn't get in. Drinking cactus juice. Oh my god, I would have to do that. I love that scene. It's a friendly mushroom. It's a giant friendly mushroom. I'm not sure what the actual thing is. That would be interesting to do. Like who is everyone in Avatar? I don't know who mine would be. I don't know. I don't know if there's any cinnamon rolls. She's probably closest to Aang, I guess, but I feel that's too mean for her. If there's anyone like Aang but smaller roll, then I'd probably say that's Akina. She can be Momo. There you go. It's canon now. Akina is Momo. She was in Avatar. Shinzo. I think she wouldn't hate or love Shinzo? Shinzo's the purple haired dude, right? The possibly Aizawa's illegitimate son guy. Yeah, I think she'd be like, nah, cool. I think if they were to work together, then she'd be cool with it. She'd be like, yeah, let's do this. Yeah. Who'd she like? I think she'd see Kido. I keep forgetting her name. Hand girl. Kendo. Sorry. I think she'd see her as an older sister. She'd see her as Momo number 2. She'd definitely get on with the foreign girl. Maybe Tetsu because she likes Kirishima. She'd kind of stick with what she knows. I think. I don't think she'd hate anyone. She likes comic books, so she may like Manga-san, or whatever his name is. The dude in class 2B or 1B with the speech quotes, the speech bubble for a head. Azula would be Darby, yes! That would be awesome. That's a really good one. Plus, blue flames, so it works out. Yeah, it's 8:56. So, I mean, I'm happy to keep going, but I got stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm a really insecure person, so all I feel like right now is that I'm wasting everyone's time. And they're just here because they feel obligated. That's my Momo side coming out. Yeah, see, and it's not just English people and American people on here. Everyone's like, I'm so tired, I need to go to bed. It's 2 a.m. I don't know where you are where it's 2 a.m. But yeah, night. Make sure to brush your teeth before you go to bed. Don't eat before you go to sleep. That works. That's like, I'd love it if I could do. I'm sure there's a way I can do like fisheye lens on here or something, but this pretty much gets the point across. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you, Jada. But yeah, as I said, I hope to visit my family in Denver soon in America. I'm not sure if anyone on here is from Denver. Go Broncos. We recently won the Super Bowl, I think. I might have this one shaking, to be fair. I might go back and make Bakugo shake a little bit. Give him the jiggles. Yay, Jada, go you. As you've heard, I'm in the West Country part of England. So I'm down and left, I think. Yeah, I'm down and left. Of UK, of the tiny little island. And if it's hot in England, God knows what it's like in America right now. No idea. Maryland. No, is it Maryland? Because it's not Maryland, is it? It's not like the cookie. Maryland? Maryland? I don't know. I make fun of my cousin for like not pronouncing the vowels. Like it says caramel. I say make fun. With love, of course. Oh, Akina's sad. The Bakugo's angry. I don't know why I made her sound like Ochako. Ooh, with a big frown. Yay! I've noticed again I made the thing smaller. I basically just copied Deku's card here. So she probably accidentally has the same birthday as him because, again, I'm animating. This thing is just fun. I'm not going to pay too much attention to detail. But I will... I think as well my insecurity does bleed onto doing these because I feel like even if it's a really good picture, I feel like you guys don't care. Not as in you've given me that impression, but that I give that impression onto you guys. So I'm like, oh no, they won't care about that. So I make it really quick. When really I should make it stick longer. Oh, she's so happy. I think we'll leave it there. We'll leave her happy. I mean, I love this weather. I really feel strongly about America. Even though I was born here, I spent a lot of my childhood in America, and I love it. And I freaking love Denny's, guys. You people in America who have Denny's, you have no idea how amazing it is. $11 for an all-you-can-eat breakfast, or a big king breakfast. I'm not sure what you call it, but I love Denny's so much. We need one over here. But yeah, I really enjoyed my time in America, and so when it's hot like this, it's nice because it kind of reminds me of it. I remember we went to Vegas a lot growing up, and I remember what really stuck with me about how hot it is over there. I washed my hair and then didn't have time to dry it. We went outside to wait for the taxi or the cab. And in 5 minutes, my hair was dry. And I was like, my God, the humidity in this country is crazy. So that's really cool. But again, probably be going back to Denver. I'd like to watch a Broncos game. I never have. I'm not really a sporty person, but Broncos just reminds me of my extended family. So that'd be cool. Oh my God. Maybe, okay, I didn't know this was going on in America right now. I'm so sorry. I mean, I think with traveling, for me, I used to be really scared. I used to be very money conscious. But if it's anything for you younger people out there, for your youngsters, as soon as I turn 30, if you suffer from anxiety and depression, it really kind of opens things up for you. I think me and a lot of other people I know are really hard on myself. To try and be the best, person you can be, to impress people who don't even exist, or impress personalities in people that don't exist. But for some reason, once you turn 30, everything just kind of weighs off you. I still suffer from anxiety and depression, but it just doesn't affect me so much anymore. Like, I'm just like, whatever, like, I have the money. I've saved up the money. I deserve to spend the money on myself, so long as I'm still logical and adult about it. If I want to go traveling, I will, because there might be a time in my life where I can't travel anymore. So if you hate where you live, work towards moving, So it's really as simple as that, but it's also not that easy because you have to convince all of your negative emotions in your brain that it's a good idea and that you're worth it. So I get that. Drawing Akina, making of Akina as well, I think she's a part of myself has subconsciously has kind of moved onto her. I think the reason, whether this was the sole reason I made her a wolf or not, is that I liked the werewolf thing of, you could be a completely normal person and all of a sudden something can take over and completely change your personality. And I kind of relate to that a little bit. Like I said, I was quite a lot like Bakugo growing up. And to kind of struggle with that other side of yourself that's part of you but doesn't define you. I quite like to use with Akina. So like she's scared of her wolf side, but at the same time the wolf side is a part of her, and to be a great hero she needs to accept all of that, and she needs to be her own hero before she can be anyone else's. So I try and kind of go into that side of her. I mean, yeah, she's there for Bakugo too. And anyone else that might come her way, but I like that part. I know that's what the series is trying to show, that people aren't as cut and paste as they look. Deku's not just a soft boy, Bakugo's not just a jerk, Ochako's not just a bowl of sweetness, there's more to them. And I'm trying to do the same with Akina, really. She's still her core cinnamon roll, she just wants to make everyone happy and to be happy herself. but I slowly want these seasons to show that she can be more than that, that she can be tough, you know, she can be strong and wolfy. And I think that's what she sees in Bakugo. Is, you know, she wants, that's why she kind of admires him. It's because she's like, oh, he's so angry and confident with himself. I don't know. That's kind of what I wanted. I kind of made her as well because I just feel like Bakugo needs that kind of person. I'm not sure what stream it is, but it's, they were talking, I can't obviously go to the anime conventions for the Funimation voice actors, so I watch it on YouTube. Cliff has always said, like, I don't think Bakugo needs anybody because he's fine on his own, he's confident, he's done there, he's good in that part. But I think at one point there was a moment where he did say he would like Bakugo to have a girlfriend that kind of betters him in some way. And I think when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's nice. And I'm not sure whether I made Akina that already or it was during her creation or whatever. But that kind of, it's nice when someone who's worked so closely to the character says something similar to what you're trying to achieve as a fan. So that's nice. I know, no, it's fine. I think with the dialogue I switched between dog and wolf. Her mum is a fennec fox and her dad's a wolf. So, but I think sometimes the whole Fleabag thing and the dog, it just kind of, it merges. I think when some people see her, they'll call her a dog because just that's what they can see. They see the ears and the fluffy tail. But yeah, fact, she is a wolf. I kind of want to do something with the moon. I think it'd be quite cool to like have her powers be stronger on a full moon or something. I don't know. Maybe a kind of waterbender thing going on. But yeah, I just like the idea when I was designing the parents, who I think I have a color version of somewhere. There we go. You can kind of see the color that I totally stole. I totally stole the reference from Ochaka's parents. I borrowed the background. Yeah, so I wanted to give the mum like quite big ears, and I imagine she's got like the poofy tail, and the dad, obviously he's got the scar. I kind of saw him as a husky, but I wanted to have that kind of Siberian wolf kind of thing going on, so together. So she's kind of half wolf, but it works. It works as a wolf thing. Yeah, I haven't seen the episode of Halloween. I didn't know there was an episode, but I have seen pictures of Bakugo as a wolf. And I have done a video for it. Where it's kind of, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, well, Akina has to react to that. So I did a very small short, I think it's like 40 seconds, of Akina finding out that Bakugo's dressed up as a werewolf. Which also kind of supports the idea of them as a couple, so that's nice. I was also going to have Akina having a little brother, someone who she wants to be like more responsible for, like be an older sibling, but it was just too complicated for her storyline, so I just like, nah, she's fine. She works well as a little sister to Ida and Momo, so it works out that way. I will have to listen to that song. I don't mind a bit Shakira now and then. Oh, I see. No, I'll have to check it out though. I've seen some ships, obviously. I think a lot of people use that Halloween thing to just ship some people. I'm also I'm not sure whether I'm going to get flamed now, but I'm kind of a Bakugo Ochako shipper. I love Deku and Ochako. I think they're definitely endgame. But I think another reason why I made Akina was because I liked Ochako and Bakugo. I think that kind of dynamic is really cool. So this is kind of my way of making like an Ochako Deku merge, and then kind of made Akina from it with a hint of Kirishima. And we'll see. I keep saying we'll see like it's a massive mystery whether they're going to end up together, but we'll see. But yeah, I love Todo and Momo. I love Todoroki and Momo. I think they're perfect for each other. No, I think Ochako and Bakugo is great. You've probably seen an artist out there who looks like they may as well have done the anime. They put them together so well. I think he or she or they were the one who did the fight animation between them, where Bakugo wanted a rematch, and they've done like such great art about them, and I just it's so cool. Like, just if Baku was to end up with anyone in My Hero, it would probably be Ochako. I don't mind Kirishima and Bakugo. I see them more as brothers. I'm a massive bromance fan. I think Kirishima is definitely amazing for Bakugo. Platonically or romantically. If they end up endgame, that's cool. You know, I don't really mind. Who else do I like? I quite like Kirishima with Mina, actually. I don't know why. I think I just imagined it at one point, and then I was like, you know what, they go really well together for some random reason. I'm not sure if you want to call that a crack ship or not. Jiro and Kaminari. Really great. This is the list of my ships. Awesome. LGBT ships that you would ship. I would ship Jiro and Momo. I think they complement each other really well. Yeah, Todomono for the win. I think, again, if I, LGBT, I would probably say Kirishima and Bakugo. I'm trying to look at my poster to see who I like. Let's see. What other girls would suit each other? I mean, Ochako and Froppy get on pretty well. But I'd say my top two. Yeah, I just think Jiro and Momo kind of complement each other. They remind me a lot of my my sister and her wife, actually, so that's probably why I'm saying it. No one with Mineta. Mineta X no one. But I think maybe Mineta deserves a ship. Someone who takes no crap, you know? Yeah. There you go, we like the same ship. There you go. Oh, and I ship All Might and Inko. Hard. I really hope they're endgame. Mineta and Death. I don't know what they're going to do with Endeavor and the Mama Todo. Because, again, I want to forgive. But, I don't know. Maybe she's got someone. Maybe she met someone in the hospital. Who knows? Mineta and Boggy. I do like... It's kind of not related. Oh, obviously, and Koda and Eri, but I don't know how old they are. I would say... This isn't really a live stream anymore. It's a podcast, isn't it? What was I going to say? There's this comic where Bakugo... was like, what would Bakugo do with Eri? And he gets her on the rooftop and tells her to swear at Overhaul or something. So I think that's quite good. I see that as canon. Oh, no, I see Aizawa in Present Mic is a good LGG... Bleh, is a good... let's just say gay ship. It's easy for me. I like Aizawa and Joke. I think, again, I like people who are kind of opposites attract. I don't know why. Because in real life, I seem to get on more with people who are like me. But yeah, I like that as well. I can see Aizawa in Present Mic though. They have that kind of chemistry as well. They have the opposites attract. One's quiet, one's loud. If they are the same age, that's cool. I just don't want to make a faux pas and be like, yes, I ship them, and it turns out like Koda's 2 or something. But they can bond over Deku. They can bond over pointy things. Another gay ship I like is actually Togata and Tamaki. I'm probably using the American pronunciations. Tamaki, I'll probably say. I think those two are really close. Again, they can work as bromance, but I think they're great as a kind of couple as well. Deku and Hospital Bed. There's this picture, I'm sure you've all seen it, where Kirishima's outstretching his hand to Bakugo, and he's like, come on, let's go and save Bakugo. And Deku's just got this face, which I think is just like, oh, I'm in pain and I'm not sure what to do, but it does look like, you know, dude, you know that my hands are covered in bandages, right? Yeah, the image is funnier than how I make it. Guys, I may have to go. This was great fun. I really love the turnout. I'm so sorry if any of the content I made was boring or if I wasn't quick enough. I would love to have a better conversation with you guys another time, whether it's like over an episode, we can do 2 heroes, and I know I hate saying goodbye. I suck at it. Otherwise, I'm just chatting to you guys all night, which I'd love to do. There's another thing as well. I don't know. I need to do. I'm gonna bring this over. Is that coming over? Is that gonna do what I want it to do? This is how slow my computer is. The numbers just start to drop from my watches list. It's not gonna load, but there we go. I was gonna say like I'll paint it. That's stuff learning. I'm so shy. I'm so shy, more than I am showing off right now. Part of me kind of wants to continue this conversation through Discord or something like that. So I found this site on the My Hero Academia Fandom website, which I use quite a lot for my fics. And I would love to soon one day have the confidence to go on here and talk to you guys about it. If you guys have another chat that you guys know that's quite famous, who talks about this kind of similar content, please link it to me, or comment in this video, or PM me, or whatever, because I am such a, I was gonna say cupboard, I'm such a closet nerd. I kind of grew up with I grew up with friends, but I didn't grow up with many people who were into the same stuff I was, so I learned to like keep this stuff quiet. Now I'm slowly coming out of my shell, but I realize that I have no idea what I'm doing. So it's very hard for me to know where the hot spots are. So I'm going to try in the next couple of days to join this chat. I don't know whether I can just log on with my actual Discord or if I need to make another name. But yeah, if you want to continue this conversation, join me on here maybe sometime. I'll probably be called Starkery. And if that name is taken, I will probably just use my Akina Inuzuka or something. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm super shy too. I mean, I talk easier when I'm typing, but I don't know. I don't know what to do around other weebo geeky people. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys. It's really meant a lot to me. Even if there were just 3 of you, I'd have been so happy. I just love that I'm inspiring you guys with your own stuff. That you're just here watching me and supporting me and supporting the ship, if anything, because that can be really hard. Canon X OC is so hard to absorb sometimes. So I'm grateful that I've earned that respect from you guys. And I will let you know when season 3 is out, and you can let me know if you hate it or not. And then we'll start doing this again if you guys really love it. If you have any ideas on what to do, please send them to me, or like I said, comment on the video below. And I will see you guys later. Okay? I don't know how to stop, so if I randomly start being quiet, please do me the please do me the manners of just leaving. But I'm gonna start recording now. So thank you guys. I love you so much. Be safe, be happy, be kind to yourselves and others. Plus ultra. Okay?